So what's up everybody, Black Clover 357 spoilers are out. This chapter was emotional. It's crazy. I expected the captains to lose, but I thought Yuno was at least going to have his moment of shine for this chapter. But 𝚤𝚘𝚎 is like, nah, Lucius is that guy. Lucius is on another level because we literally see, even with all these power-ups, even with all this power, Yuno can't do much to him. I was expecting at least Yuno to push back Lucius a little bit, but that's not the case. Lucius just sunned Yuno and we just saw a captain died. I'm pretty sure Jack is gonna get reborn as a paladin. I mean, it's common sense at this point, but I didn't expect Yuno to have no shine whatsoever. Like, his shine chapter was the last chapter for what it looks like. The final chapter of the volume, which is gonna be next week, is gonna be chaotic. It's gonna look devastating for the current cast, especially what's going on at the end of this chapter. So it's gonna be crazy. All right, so let's get into these Black Clover 357 spoilers. First of all, if you like anime, manga reviews, discussion, spoilers, and theories, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, So 𝚲𝚙𝚒𝚆𝚆 so let's get this channel back to 5,000. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me. Yeah, the beginning of this chapter starts off, it lets you know that Yuno is not on that level. And Lucius is that villain. We saw Yuno doing an attack at the end of Black Clover 356. And guess what happened? Lucius blocked it with his hands, dude, with his hands. Like, and it's not just like his whole hand, it was like his fingers. Yuno got sunned. Like, I don't think Yuno could do much here. Of course, there could be the Black Bulls and Asta comes in, but I hope that's not the case. I feel like everything would be too rushed. I think Judgment Day, this is a battle. This is kind of just letting everybody know how outclassed they are. With this first battle right here, it's just going to be a massacre. And I said this beginning, I knew this was going to happen. I just didn't think it was going to happen this soon. I thought Yuno was going to have at least this chapter to shine. 𝚤𝚘𝚎 is like, nah, Yuno's chapter to shine was last chapter, and this chapter was just dedicated on Jack, his final attack in his last moments. So I really enjoyed how they did this. Like, 𝚤𝚘𝚎 did it in a way that makes you feel emotional towards Jack. I didn't really like Jack at the beginning. I still don't like him now, but seeing this kind of makes it emotional because he's a character that we saw for such a long time. And really, this is the first character, or at least the first major character that we saw die in real time. We saw Morgan and other people and 𝚲𝚎𝚎 supposedly die, but it was in flashbacks. We never really saw somebody die in real time that was a major character. This is a first. I know he's gonna get reborn as a paladin, but this is a first. I gotta admit, I really like this. Unfortunately, this is a magical story, so don't expect somebody to stay dead, especially with Lucius, who wants to play God. I mean, it's common sense. You know what's coming. Seeing that Yuno's attack isn't doing much, it really sets a tone to the rest of this battle. I knew this was gonna be a massacre. I said it before, but it's very apparent. Yuno can't do much right now. Yuno is about to just get destroyed, so I wouldn't be surprised if Yuno does become a paladin, or maybe somehow Yuno does survive this. But yeah, this chapter is crazy. I love it. Lucius explains that since he's taken 𝚲𝚎𝚎𝚒𝚆𝚆, like his powers, he has gained some serious physical power. An attack with this type will not work on him. So he's basically letting Yuno know there's levels to this and you're not at that level yet. And then Lucius explains that this extreme magic will not last long. I'm not sure if it was Yuno or Lucius. Sorry, the spoilers that I'm getting, they just say he, they don't say who exactly it is, but I'm guessing it's Lucius tells Yuno that this extreme magic will not last long. Of course, Yuno is not like infinite mana, so of course it can only last for a certain amount of time, but it makes me wonder, like, how much does Neverland last? It's probably been maybe 5 minutes at most. We'll see. And then Lucius says this is a bad idea. So basically Lucius is saying that if you resist to Yuno, it's gonna be painful. Jack is thinking that if he's going to die, so he's kind of having like those final last moments. In the flashback, a fight is going on and Yami asks Jack, what is he doing? He thinks if Yami would have been serious if he would have taken his left eye. So I'm guessing there's a flashback between Yami and Jack. Once again, I'm sorry, the spoilers I'm getting aren't the best. They just say he, Jack. So I'm guessing Jack is having a flashback with him and Yami fighting, and he wonder if Jack took his left eye, he would take him seriously. That's what I'm guessing. In the flashback, Morgan comes and told Yami that they have a mission and he should get going with the others. Yami said that he's not the one who started the fight, so it is a fight fight between Yami and Jack. It makes sense. Just says light, the strongest attribute of all time, the unknown darkness, both are mystical and elusive magic. So basically talking about Yami and Morgan, comparing them being partners. If you think about it, Yami is everything that Morgan was not, and everything that Morgan was not, Yami was in a sense. Morgan was a goody two-shoes. He's a noble from the Clover Kingdom. Yami is a foreigner. He was a troublemaker. It's a good comparison and contrast. Really like those two characters, and I'm really happy that Morgan is back, but man, see him as a paladin is kind of harsh. Even though this is Jack's final moments, we know for a fact he's gonna come back and stronger as a paladin. Of course, 𝚤𝚙𝚅 could be like, hey, no, this person is gonna stay dead, but I don't think that's the case. However, this chapter, it makes you wonder, like, why is William Vengeance here? I thought William Vengeance was literally trying to heal Jack. Like, it looked like the plant magic was trying to heal Jack in the last chapter, but that's not the case. William Vengeance isn't doing anything. Why is he here? Why is he still alive, dude? Is he just here just to say, hey, Yuno, you're the next captain of the Golden Dawns, I appoint you? Is that basically it? Because technically Yuno could have already gotten that position without him. I hope there's something saved up for this guy, because like, I'm disappointed. I feel like William Vengeance should have died before Jack. Back to the flashback of Jack comparing Yami and Morgan and light and dark magic. He said it's interesting, and he thinks that one day he will be able to slice them up. And then in the present, Yami is heading towards him and Jack feels ashamed. Morgan shouts out that he will send him to heaven. Jack's life is flashing before his eyes, and he thinks he's going to destroy things for a long time, and he will do it again one last time. And then Jack does a epic huge attack. It looks like he even cuts an angel's wings, which is crazy. Like, we all know that Jack is based on Jack the Ripper, the serial killer from London that was never caught. So we know for a fact where 𝚤𝚅 literally got inspiration for this character, and we see it in this chapter. He wants to slice up Morgan and Yami, so we kind of understand that he kind of has like this psychopathic element to him. But seeing him do that last attack, that last final go about, I think that's pretty good. Like, I'm probably gonna get emotional in this chapter reading it in English. Like, I'm just reading the spoilers, but once we read the dialogue, man, I know I'm gonna get kind of emotional. You guys know, for the longest time, I did not like this character. I kept talking shit about him. I was not a fan of him because he kept talking bad about Asta. But then you realize it's just that he's kind of crazy. There's like a screw loose somewhere in his mind. So, you know, you kind of give him a pass. And especially this chapter, when you start kind of like, you don't like him, but you start respecting him a little bit more towards the end where he's actually dying. I think 𝚤𝚅 did good. And like I said before, this is the first time we actually see a character die that's a major character in real time, because it was all flashbacks. 𝚤𝚅 did his thing in this. Jack did that final hurrah attack. He went out like a beast. Jack, after the attack, asks Yami how his last great attack was. Yami said it was a big deal. Jack collapses, but before collapsing, he says that his only regret is that he wanted to slice Yami up. Typical Jack the Ripper type of thing, man. I'm telling you, this guy, if he was out in London, there would be a lot of missing people. Morgan says it's a pain, but it will be alright soon. He will be reborn, and they'll all be happy together. So right then and there, it's telling you Jack is gonna get reborn as Paladin. I'm telling you guys, like, it's all Lucius' plan, and I think what's gonna happen in Black Clover is that the whole entire world, except the Land of the Rising Sun and possibly maybe the Diamond Kingdom, maybe the Heart Kingdom, but I think everybody that we know and love is gonna turn into a Paladin. And I think it's gonna be a post-apocalyptic world. It's probably gonna end up being kind of like the ending of Naruto, where Teen 7 and everybody else was like in dream mode. I think it's gonna be something similar like that, but instead of people being out of commission, everybody's gonna be an enemy. It's not like everybody's out in dreamland. It's gonna be more like the Black Bulls plus most. You know that she's always with the Black Bulls versus the world. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be epic. Also Leo as well, because I think Leo is definitely gonna be part of the resistance, but I think the whole world, besides the Land of the Rising Sun, which is so far away, is gonna turn to Paladin. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Diamond Kingdom, the Heart Kingdom, and the Spain Kingdom all fall into Paladin like states, but we'll see. And then the chapter ends with Morris decaying Mariona's arm. That's basically what I've been saying before. I think this is going to be a big, huge L for the whole entire people that are actually fighting Lucius. I'm telling you, everybody that we know is going to die and turn into a Paladin. They're going to be reborn. It's not going to be like where they're not going to fight. They're going to definitely try to fight everybody. I see it more kind of like a zombie horror film, you know, kind of like The Walking Dead, where everybody is turned into a zombie except for certain people. I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to have like a resistance. 𝚤𝚅, if I'm not mistaken, he kind of did made a post-apocalyptic manga before, so I wouldn't be surprised if he puts that in this story. I will talk about that more in the review. Alright, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about these spoilers. Let me know what you think about Yuno's situation? Do you think Yuno is completely hopeless? Do you think Yuno actually has an ace up his sleeve? Do you think he's going to be able to do something? Do you think Yuno is going to end up turning into a paladin? Do you think Mariona is going to turn into a paladin as well? Do you think all the captains that we know and love are just going to completely get destroyed and be reborn? Like if you liked the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.